Iceman, baby, why you're so cold? You got your love locked up for me. You got your love locked up for me. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and welcome back to Jalen Talk Sports. Sorry I got a little carried away there with the singing. I'm waiting for Iceman. But today we talking about the Raptors, bro. The Raptors did it again. They won last night, but they did it again. They're pissing me off. And this is a accumulation of pissed offness. That's not even a word, but you get what I mean. This is an accumulation of my anger. I'm gonna spill it. I'm gonna spill it out in this video, bro. So the title is The Raptors Created Their Mess. Pretty self-explanatory. The Raptors aren't a bad team, but all the problems they have right now are because of themselves. I want to start with this bad contracts. The Raptors are at a crucial state within their rebuild or their retool stage. They want to add a star. How does one add a star? You trade for a star or you draft star. We want to trade for a star. Problem. We have these three guys below me. And I want to be frank. They're not bad players. They're players on bad contracts. Bad contracts. There's no reason Emmanuel quickly makes $32 million a year, or whatever it is. There's no reason that Jakob Pertl is making like $28 million a year. Have you watched Jakob Pertl play basketball? He's not bad. He's not a bad player. Like I said, they're not bad players. But Jakob Pertl does not deserve $28 million. RJ Barrett's a good player. I like RJ Barrett, and I want him to stay on the Raptors. However, his contract is so bad that even if we tried to trade him, no one would take it. Nobody would take it. And this is an accumulation of the mess that Bobby Webster has made. You can say, oh, Masai was there when we acquired all these players. He signed off on it. Wait. Wait and think. Bobby Webster is the GM of the team, meaning he negotiates these trades and these contracts with players. And then at the end of the day, he might have been like, okay, Masai, I'm going to trade for RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly and give up OG. Are you okay with that? Sure, I'm okay with that. It's not a problem of getting these players, it's a problem of the money you give these players. Emmanuel quickly is not worth that much money. He's not a bad player. And I would be okay with having him if I wasn't paying him so much money. Same thing with Yakapurto. I don't dislike Yakapurto. Yes, I may trash talk him here and there and say he sucks, bro. But I don't hate him. I just want him gone. I want him gone because I can do better. With that money, just give it to me. Just give me the $28 million. But I'm not 7 foot. We can have a center and not pay him that much money, and he could probably be more productive than Jakob Pertl. You know Murray Boyles, the rookie? He's been playing center recently before he got hurt, and he outperformed anything Jakob Pertl's ever done on the Raptors. That says something. The kid is like 6'8", and he's a rookie. Kind of reminds me of Draymond Green mixed with Montrezl Harrell. Don't watch that though. We need to offload contracts to get stars. We can't trade these contracts because they're so bad, no one wants them. It's not a problem of the player, because I'm sure Atlanta would be more considerate to take Emmanuel quickly if he was making less money. He's not worth what he's being paid, and that's going to make it extremely hard to get rid of him. Same with the other two. Next, bad roster construction. Kawhi Leonard left the Raptors after the 2019 season. And after that, our team looked exactly the same, except we didn't have Kawhi and we didn't have Danny Green. And we had two centers, Mark Gasol and Serge Ibaka. After these guys leave the team, what did we do? You say, go get another center, draft another center and develop him. We kind of did that, but it didn't work out because we didn't get the right guys. We signed guys like Ken Birch and Aaron Baines and all these guys that aren't pushing your needle. And then we got Jakob Pertl back. Jakob Pertl again, bro. This guy, the trade was bad, first off. We gave up a first round pick for him. I wouldn't do that. But that leads me back to the bad roster construction. The Raptors have constantly messed up their roster and threw it up, and it hasn't worked. You remember Project 6 9. Get a bunch of 6 9 wings and just throw them on the court. That worked out horribly. The only thing that was successful from that vision was Scotty Barnes. Where are the rest of those guys? Gone. Siakam's gone. Ananobi's gone. Who else was a part of that? I don't even care because they're gone. It doesn't matter anymore. But that screwed up the roster construction because they haven't prioritized their needs. I love Colin Murray Boyles. Yet, Colin Murray Boyles was probably still the wrong draft pick. Colin Murray Boyles, if he actually develops the way I think he'll develop, him and Scotty are going to have that same overlap that Scotty and Pascal had. They occupy too much of the same space, right? You had Derek Queen there. You had Kaman Maluak right there. You needed a center. Why don't you just draft a center? I don't care how good Colin Murray Boyles is. Because at that point, nobody considered him better than those two guys. You get rid of Kyle Lowry, Fred Van Vliet leaves you. You say, let me trade Pascal Siakam and let me trade OG Ananobi. And what do you get in return? What did you get in return? Nothing. RJ Barrett is great and all, but Emmanuel Quickly doesn't make sense. Emmanuel Quickly is not a point guard, and they're trying to make him a point guard. I don't know how many times I have to say he's not a point guard, and that's why he struggles at times. Yes, he dropped 40 points the other day, but how often does he drop 40 points? You're in the NBA. You're that good. You should be able to drop 40 points. So look at me and tell me you couldn't have got something more correct for your roster. A better piece to build around your centerpiece being Scotty. You got a shooting guard and another shooting guard, and you're forcing one to play point guard, and then you give them bad contracts. I think I'm going in the direction of saying a lot of our problems are Bobby Webster's fault. And am I wrong to think that? No. Everything that's gone wrong has been as a result of the people in charge, the people making the decisions. They created a bad roster that doesn't fit. You look at the bench right now, and you have Shed, you have Walter, you have Mamu, you have Grady, you have Battle, and you have Murray Boyles if the whole team is healthy. It's productive, but does it work? And then you have Ochai Abaji. You have a bunch of wings who can't shoot, and your best player isn't a great shooter. You have Ingram, but when the shot's not dropping, what is he, right? You have Barrett, who is a attack the basket player who sort of developed a three. And then you have a point guard who isn't a point guard. He can't play make. He's inconsistent on his jump shot. He's not the greatest defender. Where were you going? What did you see? What did you see? Ah, this picture right here is a accumulation of the mess. Scotty Barnes, Emmanuel Quickly, Boyles, and Obaji. I don't know who else is on the court here, but you see LeBron and you see DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton dropped over 20 points on the Raptors. You want to know why? Because I don't have a center. How many days am I gonna have to wait till I get a center? Give me my center today. Why can't I get a center? Because I have bad contracts. And nobody wants my bad contracts. I made a mess. I dug my mess. And I can't get out of my mess. The grave is just getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And it reached 6 foot. Actually, no, it might be deeper than 6 foot because all these guys are 6 foot. Maybe 8 foot, 8 foot, 7 foot. Come on. I think there needs to be repercussions. And he's getting saved because the East is a mess right now. And this team is overperforming. I need change. I need trades. I need a fix because this is not sustainable. That's all I got for you today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and join the family. And thank you for watching Jalen Talk Sports. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.